Today we're going to be obtaining one of the best faith build helmets you can get early on in Elden Ring due to its status effect. But there's also a mage version as well, which I'll talk more about in a moment. You can obtain this without killing anything, and it's actually missable if you progress the main story up to a certain point. So do make sure you come here and grab it early on. What it does is it reduces the focus point cost on any incantations you cast by a whole 15%. Though it doesn't tell you the number in the description. If you're wondering what incantations are, they're pretty much any castable spell that scales with faith. There are over 100 of them in the game, from dragon, pyromancy, healing to lightning spells. However, the drawback to wearing this headpiece is that it will reduce your physical resistance. Though thankfully, the reduction is not percentage based. As you can see, it gives you 6 less armor to physical attacks and 5 less armor to magical attacks. So it becomes less problematic if you're wearing a heavy armor set, since it quickly cancels out the negative armor rating. Or alternatively, if you're playing as a ranged faith build where you can simply avoid getting hit most of the time. Interestingly though, the Incantation Scarab does have the third highest immunity rating in the entire game at 42, meaning you can use this to resist poison and blight more easily. And as I said previously, there is actually a Glintstone sorcery Scarab version that reduces the cost of mage sorceries by 15% as opposed to incantations. You can find the location for that linked down below in the description. But now, to obtain the Incantation Scarab, I'm assuming you've already unlocked the starting area of the map. If not, check the guide below so you can unlock the map for yourself. From the first step resting spot where you start the game, you're going to come directly north up this pathway to the Gatefront Ruins. From there, if you go right and then down this pathway, all the way until you come to this bridge just here, this is where we're going to be starting from. You're going to want to follow this path north, all the way up here, past this ruin, along this dirt track. There's going to be a little black box marked on the map just here. That's where you're going to want to put your waypoint. And we're going to walk all the way up here from that bridge. This is the bridge just here. You can see the waypoint in the distance. That is going to be taking us to the artist's shack. So we're just going to come off the road here and then walk along this dirt track, heading up the hill. You can even see the house all the way over there in the distance to the north. Just keep heading north up the track. Come right after you go past this ruin and continue following the dirt track. And here we are at the artist's shack. Now, once you arrive, there is actually another resting point of grace, but that isn't important. What we need to do is walk over to this painting. Several of these paintings exist in the game, and they're of real locations that you can actually find in Elden Ring. You just need to find out where they were painted. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. And if you examine the painting like this, you'll get a Homecoming Instinct painting. And then what you'll be able to do is find this exact location in the game, and there'll actually be a reward waiting for you there. So we're just here at the artist's shack, but if I zoom out and go back to the first step resting spot just over here and zoom in, and then I come to the east, just where this beach is, directly to the north, just over here, we're going to want to put another waypoint. But now let's fast travel back to the first step resting spot. Once you arrive, just to the right, you'll see that waypoint that we just placed. That's going to be the location where the painting was painted. So just head off the rocks here. You can easily just drop down and then head over to the waypoint that we have marked. You can already see the pillars just here from the actual painting itself. And once you walk very close, you'll see, oh look, a little ghost appears. And this is actually the gentleman that painted this painting. He will disappear once you arrive, and a secret treasure will drop on the floor just here. This is the Incantation Scarab. As you can see, compared to the Prophet Blindfold, it actually has a much better immunity and robustness, and it even adds a little bit to poise as well. But all of the other damage negation stats are negative. Check out the description below for more items you might be interested in, and I'll see you in the next video.